Good morning. I am Ishani from AMITY University, and I shall take you into the world of English, English language and English literature. I am here to help you with your communication skills. As we know today that communication is an ongoing process, it is the need of the hour, and until and unless you are good with your communication skills, you are unable to be successful in life. Our aim here is to acquaint you module-wise with the basics of grammar, communication skills, and also a few basics of literature. To begin with, I would like to introduce you to our program that we have divided module-wise and hour-wise, dedicating around 1 hour to each module. Our first module consists with the very basics of English language, that is the vocabulary. The vocabulary is the use of right words at the right time, and the vocabulary, a good vocabulary, includes good words. But most of the times you must have seen that we get confused with the usage of the correct words at the correct times. For example, we use except, E-X-C-E-P-T, and we use A-C-C-E-P-T, accept, which has a different meaning, confusingly, and most of the people tend to get confused with these spellings. So in order to help you with your vocabulary, we have a few tricks. For example, we help you make use of the words such as diminutives, which are short forms of the long words. Example, refrigerator, and we use in common language fridge for the word refrigerator. Then we have homonyms and we have homophones. Homonyms and homophones are two words generally used confusingly. Now, I would like to ask you a question here. What is the confusion between the words? Is it because of the sound or is it because of the spelling? Whatever the reason be, there is a confusion that can be solved very, very conveniently. As the word suggests, homonym. Homo means same and nym means spelling. Homonyms are words that have same pronunciation, that have same spelling but different meaning. Now you must be confused as to how can two words have same spelling and are written samely in the same manner, are pronounced in the similar manner but have a different meaning. It is very true. You take for example a word that is bank, B-A-N-K. Now bank has two meanings. One bank is the bank in which you keep your money. For example, the Deutsche Bank. And then the other bank is the river bank. You're sitting on the bank of a river. So homonyms are words that are used confusingly, but the differentiation is made on the basis of their meaning. The second case here is of homophones. As the word suggests, today all of us use phones, and phones relate to listening, to hearing. Homophones are words that have different spelling, same pronunciation and different meaning. And we use them very, very often. For example, a word here, night. The night that comes after the day where the stars come up. And the second is the night rider, a brave knight. That K-N-I-G-H-T is the spelling for the knight who's a brave warrior, and N-I-G-H-T stands for night that falls in after the evening. So here we are, ready to differentiate between homonyms and homophones, which is one of the very basics of vocabulary. Moving ahead now, an introduction to my second module. Our second module will deal with grammar. We see every now and then that people are so confused with the use of the right words, the right prepositions, the articles, the tenses, the verbs, and also the conjunctions. So I am here to help you a bit with the use of the right grammatical articles, tenses, and as I have mentioned, help you build your grammar, build your vocabulary a little better. Moving on further then, communication is about 4 processes, namely L, S, R, W. That is L, that stands for listening, S, that stands for speaking, R, that stands for reading, and W, that stands for writing. The LSRW skills of communication are the basis of every good communicator. You may be a wonderful speaker, but if you're not a good listener, you are not impactful. You may be a wonderful writer, But if you do not know how to express your thoughts that you have written down in your words and speak nicely, you are not really effective. So our aim here is to help you develop the 4 skills of communication, introduce you to the barriers of communication, why so many miscommunication happens in today's world, and to help you become better with the use of communication and the 4 skills that I have just mentioned. Moving ahead further, we have our next module that concerns with the writing skills specifically. As we all know that in the corporate world, in the offices, most of the communication is done through emails. It is done through written communication. It is done through the medium of memorandums, circulars, notices, and it is very essential for us to write correct sentences, simple sentences in the minimum possible but most effective words. In order to enhance our writing, we have the very basics of writing, and that is what we call the ABC of writing. A here not standing for apple, A here standing for accuracy, B here standing for brevity, and C here standing for clarity. Can I repeat the ABC of communication again? Okay, A, that stands for accuracy, B, correct, brevity, and C, once again, the clarity. To enhance this, I shall be extending my modules further so that you get a better idea of the ABC of writing. Our last module will deal with literature. Literature is a wonderful world that helps you develop your creative skills, your analytical skills, your aesthetic sensibility. No language is complete without literature. So, in order to give you a glimpse of this language, we are trying to focus a little on our literature as well. And to introduce you with literature, we have a few famous authors that come from the history of English literature, and we will acquaint you with them through the medium of a few effective poems and a few short stories. And I am sure by the end of this 5-module program, you would have taken further a little the torch of your communication, the torch of your literature, and the torch of your knowledge. Thank you so much.